Health Minister Sarah Hoffman urges the public to get their flu shot.
Edmonton's newest city council is officially sworn in with a few new faces.
Supervised injection sites have been approved, and the Chinese community speaks out.
Hello, and welcome to Second Edition News. Flu shots are now available for all Albertans.
Health Minister Sarah Hoffman rolled up her sleeve for the flu shot and encouraged others to do the same.
It'll be a couple moments. You know what, though?
The vaccine flu zone is available to the general public now. Health Minister Sarah Hoffman and her friends were among the first in line to be immunized.
Definitely, if you get your shot, you're far more likely to be protected than if you don't, because if you don't, there's no protection, and it's, I've heard from people who were otherwise healthy who the flu has really devastated, and it takes lives every year. So if I can do something to prevent that for myself and the people I love, I'm happy and proud to do that.
NATE is offering the flu shot at each campus a number of days throughout November. Dates and times for each location are available for students at nate.ca.
Mayor Don Iveson says he wants to take challenges head-on at a special ceremony to swear in Edmonton's new city council. The ceremony took place Tuesday afternoon at City Hall. Iveson is hoping the new council will make bold decisions to improve Edmonton.
And we won't succeed by turning inward or shrinking from these challenges. On the contrary, we need to draw on that grit, that cooperation, that openness, and that determination which define the city's spirit, and make the bold moves that will prepare us for that bigger future.
Aaron Paquette, Sarah Hamilton, Tim Cartmel, and John Zadek are the new city councillors, and their inaugural meeting will be on November 1st.
The Chinese Benevolence Association has expressed its grievance with the newly approved supervised injection sites. 3 of the sites will be downtown around the Macaulay neighborhood. Federal approval was granted last week, leaving the Chinese community frustrated, saying the high concentration of supervised injection sites in one place is poorly planned.
17% to 18% of the drug overdose deaths occur in that neighborhood, in the inner city core. And yet, you want to put 100% of these supervised injection sites into that area. So are we serving the public, really? Are we serving the addicts?
The Chinese community insists the consultations were not done properly and that the government should try to target more affected areas.
NATE's culinary arts students continue to put their skills to the test, this time in an effort to eliminate food waste.
Leftovers YAG made its way to NATE this past weekend and taught a valuable lesson in the process. Tony Brar has the details.
On this Saturday night at Ernest, students prepared meals and snacks for the guests attending. The twist? They only had leftovers to work with. In the days prior, a number of vendors had given leftovers YEG, excess food that would have gone to waste. For the culinary arts program, it was a unique experience with a meaningful lesson.
In the kitchens, we see a lot of waste, and I think this connection with Global Shapers and Leftovers sheds light on that. We graduate 100 students a year out into the industry, and I think they understand how Leftovers works and how they can work with them, continue to work with them as they move out into the community is very important.
According to Global Shapers, over 40% of all food produced in Canada is thrown away. Even if a small portion of that is salvaged, organizers say it's a nutritional gain. The Leftovers group rescues over 3,000 pounds of food per week here in Alberta. Their aim is to make food more accessible for lower-income families by delivering to certain agencies.
It's great to be able to make an impact in the community on a very local level. Being a young person, it's sometimes hard to make a strong impact if you don't have a lot of money to give or you're not super wealthy.
Global Shapers Community Edmonton and Leftover YEG looks to make this an annual event at Ernest in partnership with the Culinary Arts Program. They all look forward to continue serving this community moving forward. Tony Brar, Second Edition News.
A viral internet campaign is aiming to show just how prevalent sexual violence may be. Millions of women are taking to the internet with the hashtag #MeToo, affirming they have been sexually harassed or assaulted. Some say the normalcy of it all is unsurprising.
But the thing is, we know that with this Me Too campaign, most of us have experienced some form of sexual violence, or we're aware or have someone close to us in our lives who has been impacted. So I always say to people, whether we realize it or not, we all know someone who's been violated. We all do.
The campaign resurfaces in the wake of Harvey Weinstein's scandal, where dozens of famous women claim he had sexually assaulted or harassed them.
The Canadian Finals Rodeo is saying farewell to the Northlands Colosseum after this year's show. This decision may cause trouble for local businesses that rely on the event to bring in customers.
It's huge. It's another Christmas for us, and basically that's when our Christmas starts, because everyone comes into town. That's when they start their Christmas shopping. If harvest is done well, if cattle prices are good, this is when everybody does all their shopping and starts it. So it's a huge business for us, and it's definitely impactful for us, without a doubt.
The Colosseum will permanently close its doors January 1st, with no announcement on its future.
Customers are flooding into Sears looking for the best deals. Sears Canada began the liquidation of all their stores across the country on October 19th. While some are looking for the best deals, others are sad to see the department store close.
When I was younger, I used to look in the Christmas wish book, so that would probably be my favorite memory. I don't know. Right now, I'm just coming for the sales, so.
No, very good. I wish it would stay. Sad to see that it's leaving. It's mind-boggling right now. There's lots of department stores. I mean, everybody's fending for themselves nowadays.
All Sears Canada stores are expected to close by January 21st, 2018.
You know, the Ooks seem to be doing pretty well this season.
Yeah, but it seems like the opposite for the Oil Kings, though.
That's right, guys. Lots of action to talk about. But first, let's get started with some Ooks action. The Nate Ooks look to sweep the Old College Broncos in a home-and-home series. In the first, Broncos pressing, but a huge save by Ooks goalie Tara Bouvette, losing her blocker in the process, keeping it scoreless. In the second period, the Ooks finally break the tie with a goal from first-year player Megan LeBlanc. Jump to the third period, still 1-0 until Alex Ryder puts the puck in the net from a tough angle to make it 2-0. The Ooks would then add an empty netter for a 3-0 final. Ooks head coach Deanna Martin spoke about her player of the game, Megan LeBlanc.
I think Megan's been a player to watch since we recruited her. I think that's what we expect of her. She's definitely a player that I think we'll see more of that from as she gets more and more comfortable with the game.
The Ooks are now in third place in the ACAC Conference. The Oil Kings are looking for points in 5 straight games going into this one against Spokane. 5 minutes into the first period, the Chiefs jumped out to a 1-0 lead with a goal from Carolina Hurricanes draft pick Hudson Ellenuk. A penalty to Spokane put the Oil Kings on the power play as Brett Kemp rings one off the iron to keep the game 1-0. Jumping to the second period now, 2-0 for the Chiefs. Jared Anderson-Dolan of the Chiefs wrapped the puck around into the cage past Boston Billows, making it 3-0. Despite the deficit, this fan is still having a great time. Spokane pressing again as the puck finds Riley Woods for his first goal of the night, and it is now 6-0. Not too long after, the Oil Kings' frustrations start to boil over as Colton Keller drops the gloves with Matt Leduc, ending with Leduc being flipped over by Keller. The score remains 6-0 for the Chiefs. Oil Kings head coach Steve Hamilton spoke about the challenges of a game like this.
You're not going to play a perfect game ever. We wanted to make some strides and progress, and this is really the first game in the last 5 where I feel like we didn't really answer the bell.
The Oil Kings' next game is Sunday against the Regina Pats. Puck drop at Rogers Place is 4 p.m. The leaves have fallen and the temperatures aren't far behind, but that isn't cooling off high school football in Edmonton. In fact, things are just heating up with the playoffs underway. All divisions kicked off the postseason this week, which means a race for the championship. This year, Commonwealth Stadium will be host to the A and B Division Finals for the first time. Over at the old JP Bowl, the 6-0 Strathcona Lords are the B Division leaders. The Lords are in scarlet and gold, took on the Drawson Bisons in the first quarterfinal. The Lords continued their winning ways, leaping into the semis with a 41-1 pounding of the Bisons. Strathcona was led by quarterback Isaac Hurtaugh and a strong defense that stopped Drawson in their tracks. Next up for the Lords are the O'Leary Spartans, who toppled St. FX in the second game of the night in the A Division. If you want to catch some high school football under the lights, games are being played all over the city. You can check out metroathletics.ca for the playoff brackets. The Nate and the U of A Golden Bears are about to battle off once again. The classic Ooks vs. Golden Bears charity game is back in action at Northlands Coliseum.
The game will be called Face Off 2017, and it will be the 8th ever face-off game between these two teams.
On Monday, there was an announcement at Northlands on the Nate vs. U of A Classic charity game. This will be the first game since 1991.
It's going to be a great opportunity for Nate and U of A, both to showcase their talent, and the fact that it's a charity game definitely makes it a lot more exciting. So anytime you get a chance to raise money for charities, it's going to be, everyone's going to make the most of it, and yeah, it's going to be a great experience, like I said.
The Nate will be facing off U of A Golden Bears on the December 9th at 7 p.m. at Northlands Coliseum. Tickets will be sold at $10 plus fees. That's it for sports. Back to you guys.
I sure hope those Oil Kings can bounce back. Well, that's it for this week.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.